Hello, gay men. How are we doing today?
Hello, John. How are you?
Ryan, welcome to Coming Inside Out.
Thank you. I've been coming from the inside out for, all of my life, I guess.
Time,
It's
huh?
been a long time.
Well, welcome all of you listeners. We're so glad. And thank you for all of you listeners. Thank you for writing into us. And this has been, what episode, how many have we done so far?
So we have, this will be episode 32 plus our trailer. We've had, as of today, we've had over 18,000 downloads.
Really?
Yeah.
And again, that's only from 3 sources that you're getting.
I only have access to 3 sources. I don't know how to.
So we have access to what? We have access
to YouTube. We have access to our page, our RSS feed page, which is Coming Inside Out.
Yeah.
And then Apple.
Apple.
Those are the 3 that we track.
But we have other Spotify and all those others.
So I will tell you that we're on Spotify, but then we're also on Spotify for podcasters. Spotify has a green dot and Spotify has a purple dot. They have 2 different apps. Okay. So we are newly on Spotify for podcasters. And something I was going to share with you, as of 2 weeks ago, we're on Blue Sky, which there's a lot of people that are upset with Elon Musk that are looking to leave X.
Really?
And Blue Sky, you can look it up, Blue Sky Media. I downloaded the app and I uploaded our content on there. So we're now
Blue Sky. Are we on Truth Media or Truth? What is that?
Social.
Truth Social.
So I've never been on that. I don't. Are other people? Yes, I do. Are other people allowed to post on True Social?
I don't know. It was a joke. It was just a dumb joke. I have no idea.
I have no idea either. I have no idea. So I thought we would start with a letter from one of our listeners. Okay. I printed one off. If you want to go ahead and read that.
We never introduced our names today.
I said, hey, John, and you said, hey, Brian, but I'm Brian James.
And I'm John Derler.
There you go.
Welcome. So we have this letter.
We have a letter. And I highlighted it. It's a nice letter, but I kind of highlighted it a little bit.
Would you want me to just...
Yeah, I think that's important.
Talking about one of our listeners was sexually abused. And he goes on to say, and being sexually abused by an older kid and 2 male teachers didn't help neither to connect with me.
No. And then I just highlighted
the second. And then jumped right to you. Yeah. So, it took a while for me to figure it out. It's all right, I guess, but I would have loved being my true self from the beginning, so I could have discovered what it is to really love and be loved by someone without the fear of being rejected because I was not acting normal. So your show is all about helping people and telling them that they are not alone. And above all, that they are normal and that it's okay to be who they are. And this is what matters the most. Thanks again. What a great podcast. Okay, so I'm not getting this a little bit.
Well, only because I responded to him in his response to me, he shared that he was sexually abused as a child.
Okay.
And, you shared also, I thought that this was important. When you shared about your sexual abuse, you shared that you didn't know any different and that it felt good to be held and hugged. Share that again, because I think this is kind of where he was at. There's no shame in it.
There's not any shame. And then first, thank you for listener for writing in here. I really appreciate it. And I'm sorry you went through that. I did. There was a guy down the street. He was older than me. And in order for me to be into his clubhouse, you had to do certain things. And I think he was maybe 3 years older, 2 years older. I'm not sure. But, it's interesting because he knew what to do. And I'm wondering if he was abused by his dad, And so anyway, he fingered me and he put his finger and then he played with my genitalia. And, it was very odd, however, but at the end, he would hold me and hug me and just lay there and cuddle with me, which I I I was not getting that at home. Mm. And so I went back for the cuddles.
Yes, I totally get it.
I went back for the cuddles, but in order to get the cuddles, I had to get his finger, and then his fingers in his hand, and he was playing. And I was nowhere. My nuts had not dropped, so I was nowhere coming or anything like that. And but yeah, and so I was like, well, wait, did I like it? But now that I'm adult, and I'm thinking back on that because I know a lot of people want to block this stuff out. But for me, it was being held after that. And so, yeah, I'm sorry, this happened to anybody. But, and I hated him for that. But then again, I started thinking again, being old, we're talking about having compassion. Yeah. And I was just wondering if his old man, because his old man was fucked up. Mm. And I'm wondering if his old man did that to him, and that's where he learned it. Because I'm sure you have to, is that learned behavior? Is it?
I don't. I wasn't.
I'm no psychiatrist. Yeah, I don't
know. You would think that he saw it or learned it from someone. Yeah, and unfortunately, maybe.
Well, and the other part of me being scarred with that is that I wanted to be part of the club. I wanted to be part of the membership. So I didn't know that was part of it. So when I joined the country club here in Los Angeles, I just went in there with my application to the board, and I pulled my pants down, and I was waiting for them all to finger me.
Yeah,
to be part of the club. No, John, you can pull your pants up. Oh, you don't need to be this part of the club.
Golf ball strand of anal beads.
Tennis ball.
Oh, you joined a tennis club. Ball. All right, Mike. The softball club.
But yeah, graduate. It's like so I was scarred for any club that I had to join, and just pull my pants down. All right, have at it. I'll join your club. Mm. Yeah. So and I do. I make fun of it because that's how I process shit. It is. I like to make jokes about it because it helps. It just helps. It just helps me.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to belittle anybody else that's gone through it, but that's how I cope through it.
You talk about it and you normalize it.
Yeah.
And you were able to really process it out and not live in the guilt of, oh my God, I enjoyed that. You figured out why you enjoyed it.
That's true. Yeah. And I did. I figured that out. No therapist figured that out. However, the one that we're going to get, I want to bring her on our show. She's amazing. But she, when I was telling her that story, she was, you've figured that out. And that's what, she underscored that my theory was good, was right on.
Your theory was good. Well, that's good to hear.
Yeah, it was. So yeah, I mean, were you ever molested?
I wasn't. I have no memory. I've wondered, I've questioned it, but I have no memory of it. And I don't believe I was.
Well, listen, if there's
bullied.
Any listener that's out there that was and maybe have not ever talked about it, just, I guess my only advice is get someone you trust and stop. And if you need to talk about it, talk about it. Yeah. Because it can mean there's some crazy shit that went on. It's just crazy. How we evolve as a society and how different life was back in the 1950s, the 1940s. I mean, my grandpa, he was, some nasty shit, and I don't know. I don't want to get into that, but that generation, holy shit balls, man. There's some crazy motherfuckers back then. They really were. They really were. I mean,
there's crazy motherfuckers today.
But there's crazy motherfuckers today. But I still talk about this, because it's generational. Because it's like, how different are we in our 50s than our 16-year-olds or 20-year-olds that they look at us like, man, you are just out of it. And it just comes all the way back to here we are talking about coming out because a lot of us have not come out. in our 30s, 40s, and 50s. But at 18 or 20, like your son, he's free and fluid to do what he wants and what dress, how he wants.
However he wants.
And I just love seeing that. And that was a lot of the kids that were at I say kids, young people at the Palm Springs Pride.
Oh yeah,
it was so nice to see all those young
out and
kids
proud.
out and proud. And it's kind of like it's really not as nothing for them, but it's just no big deal.
Yeah.
And I just think that I love that we're doing this. I'm so glad that you came to me and said, "Hey, I want to do this," because there's so many, as we can see.
Yeah,
there's so many
people
out
writing
there
to us.
And again, we talk about gay men that are married, but we are here for anyone wanting to come out and tell your story, and we're open to that. And we've had some lesbians. Is it lesbians?
Yeah, we have. Yeah, we have.
We had the thank you lesbians. By the way, I need my truck worked on.
You need your truck.
Lesbian ladies, come on over and help Big Daddy
with your truck.
Help Big Daddy with my truck.
What you're talking about falls in line with what I wrote here, because I came across a post on social media where a man was asking why men felt it was necessary for them to come out. He posted that. Why do you feel like it's necessary to come out? And I don't respond to a lot of posts, but I wrote, I found it to be incredibly freeing when I came out. My journey in life had me living a closeted lifestyle until I was 50. I wanted to normalize being gay for all of the closeted men and homophobic people out there. I want to normalize it. I'm a fairly normal person.
Right.
I'm a businessman. I'm a father.
Yeah.
I'm a gay person. And I went online and I typed in myths about being gay. And you have those also.
Okay.
I thought we would read the top 4 myths about people have about you being gay on this first page here. Number 8.
Sorry about that. He knocked over my mind. Okay, myths about gay men. Number 1, gay men molest children. What did I say when I came out to my wife?
And
that was the first question. Well, she thought about it. She had to process it, of course. And then she called me back 2 hours later. Did you with our sons? I go, motherfucker.
I know.
How could you ask me that?
Craziest fucking thing, but that's what people think. That's what some people think. Not everybody. Yeah. That's what some people think when they find out that somebody's gay, or they're worried that somebody's gay, is that they're going to molest somebody's children.
Right. Number 2, same-sex parents cause harm to their children. What kind of harm?
Well, just
Karen.
It's you talked about this. I think where your son goes to school. There's a lot of same-sex parents.
Yeah, there is.
It's very normal.
It's very normal.
Parents can be very loving, can be very kind, can be very compassionate. Yeah. A lot of times there can be a better parent than
of course,
your standard. Yes. Mm-hmm. So same-sex partners, it does not harm a child to have 2 fathers or to have 2 mothers.
Okay. Number 3. You want me to read it?
Yeah, go ahead.
People become homosexual because they were sexually abused as children, or there was a deficiency in sex role modeling by their parents.
You get to choose to be gay? I didn't choose to be gay. I did.
I did. What are you talking about?
I prayed my gayness away. I prayed prayed. Oh, God.
Did you go to that camp with a bunch of...
No, but I probably would have. But no, I didn't. But I prayed to not be gay.
Did you?
Seriously? I did. I thought it was I thought something was wrong with me. I was like, oh my God, what is this? What is this? I was so naive that I literally thought I was going to grow out of it. At some point in time in my life, I was going to stop being attracted to men. It was when I got a girlfriend. It was when I got married. It's when I had kids. It's when I got a better job. It was going to happen, and it fucking never happened.
Right. And then that brings us right to being gay is a choice. No one is born gay.
Yes.
And then number 9?
No. Okay. So number 9, on our list, if anybody out there is a sports enthusiast, because I was looking up the Tyson and Jake Paul, whatever.
Jake Paul, yeah.
I watched the fight. What a disappointment.
I was surprised. I had it on Tyson to win.
I had it was all rigged. I think he would have won.
Oh, you think
this was, in my personal opinion, it was a fixed fight from day one.
Well, they both got what, 20 million?
Well, no, is it Jake Paul or Paul Jake?
Jake Paul.
He got $47 million and Tyson got $27 million.
What?
Yeah. Got $40 million for that fight. So I was looking at that fight and I came across this what do you call this?
Outsports.com?
Outsports.com. It's a gay, it highlights all the gay athletes, all the headlinings, and all the coming out stories. Remember we talked about Ralph Schumacher, the F1 Formula F1 driver.
Yeah.
His coming out story was on there, but it has some great. So when I was a kid, we used to watch the WWF, right?
Yeah.
World Wrestling Federation, and now it's called World Wrestling Entertainment, WWE. Is that what it's called?
I don't know.
I think so. So the first out WWE signed wrestler is out in 2024. I don't watch wrestling anymore, but there's a lot of, if you're like sports, outsports.com.
I like that.
Football, soccer, baseball. It has everything on it, but it talks about.
Well, speaking of sports and gay
and rugby.
Oh. Shorts. Oh my God, the legs.
God,
right?
Yes.
So I told you about, in our last episode, I talked about Gladiator 2.
Oh, yes.
And by the way, it's a great movie. Go see it. I was impressed with it, and I was not let down because I think it's one of the greatest movies one was. Anyway, they made it gayer. Let me tell you.
Was the first Gladiator gay?
A little bit. Had some makeup and little, cross-dressing going on. But the makeup they had on Gladiator 2 for all these dudes, it was like, I'm like, wow, they are really, because look, back then.
This is all in
Roman time. Okay. 380 or some shit like that. It was somewhere like that. Anyway, with the Colosseum was there.
Yes.
And but then they had the emperors. Now I don't want to get into that the story itself, but there's two emperors, they're brothers, and my God, they look like Andorra from Bewitched. Remember Andorra from Bewitched?
Yes, but
all the makeup. Andorra had so much makeup on.
All right,
and these guys had so much makeup on, and so it was. But you know what? I was like. Honestly, when I was sitting there watching this movie, and I'm sitting there watching, because they have their court and they have all their sex people hanging around, men, women, it just didn't matter. It was, I guess, it was fine back then.
You could be with two men could have sex back then,
and it wasn't
an issue.
But they had women too. Or they had a wife or whatever.
Yeah.
It really just, it's kind of crazy.
I know. Well,
how we've progressed in our generation, here.
Have we? Fear. I think there's so much fear has come into play that we've had to tighten everything up and control what everybody's doing because.
But Ridley Scott did a good job. I love the movie.
All right.
I love it.
John highly recommends Gladiator.
I give it 2 penises up.
2 thumbs in the. What is it? In the stink? The stink and the pink. What is that? How does that go?
The stink and the pink?
2 in the pink and 1 in the stink. To call it?
Is that for women? Is that what women?
Wasn't that what they used to say?
I never heard that.
All right. It's like that. Well, I guess for a man, it's just all in the stink.
It's all in the stink. Well, it could be in the
pink.
In the nads.
I don't know.
Holding the nads and holding the balls and with the 2 fingers.
Oh, I still haven't given myself a prostate massage yet. If you listen to the prior episode, what was it?
Get up on the table and we'll show you right now what you have to hit
to milk it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey, if any of you listeners have tried that, please write in. Yeah. Let us know.
Cominginsideout@gmail.com. I'd love to hear if you did it after listening to our episode. I still have to try it.
I did it to someone.
I graduated. I bought a cock ring. I told you. And
yes.
Yeah, that was how
painful. Good for you.
Yeah, it was. Well, anyways, all right. Listen, I thought we'd do a little trivia time.
Oh, okay.
With John.
How many of us? I mean, do I get anything right ever?
You do get stuff right, and you know what? I make it's all fun stuff with you. It's not,
I get it.
You don't need to break out a calculator.
Oh, good.
If Johnny gave 3 blowjobs and Michael gave 12, you don't need a calculator.
All right,
this is easy stuff for you. All right. Here we go.
I must say, you're very dirty tonight.
Am I?
Yeah.
Well,
am I dirty?
All right. Well,
no. It's
every once in a while, I think I've been worked up since Palm Springs.
Yeah, I mean,
but
that's fine. I don't mean it as a bad thing.
No, it could be a bad thing. That's all right. I'll be dirty. I'll be dirty, John.
Go ahead.
As long as they buy me a drink.
There you go.
What year was the Grindr app released?
2009.
It was. You're right. The Grindr app was released in 2009, March of 2009.
Okay.
On my son's birthday, March 25th.
Was it?
What year was the Scruff app released?
After that, because I think my theory is that Grindr was first, and then a lot of them followed after that. So I'm just going to guess 2009 was Grindr. I would say 12 for.
All right, 2010, less than a year later.
Yeah, because they all see that and they're going to do their own version.
Well, are those the two biggies, Grindr and Scruff, or is there?
Well, Grindr, Scruff. There's like Manhunt. There's.
But are those good? Adam and Adam or whatever. Yeah. I don't do any of those.
And then, Sniffies is not an app. Sniffies is a web based.
Yeah. So it was Double List.
What?
Double. The word double. And then LIST double list. It took over for what do you call that? What was the Craigslist? Double List took over for Craigslist.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, and it's all.
Oh, really? Double List? That's all. Is that an app?
No, it's on the internet. You type in Double List, www.doublelist.com or whatever like that, and it takes you to a site.
There's Growler. Growler, have you seen that?
I don't know Growler.
Which I turned that one off, but I still, Growler, and then Scruff, Tinder.
I don't do Tinder.
Daddy Hunt.
No.
And then Grindr.
All right. So Grindr is a publicly traded company.
It is?
Yes.
How much is it?
About $42 a share.
What? Oh, I'd like to. You know what? I want to know what they came out at. Can we look at that?
I did this research. It's at $42 a share.
All right. So now it came out at $14.52, and that was 2015. So they were running for 6 years before they came to the market. At 14. I mean,
$42. That's
$42. That's pretty good.
Huh?
I didn't know they were publicly traded company.
So back to my question, because Grindr is a publicly traded company. Okay. Is Scruff a publicly traded company?
I don't know.
Well, I'm asking you.
Oh. Okay, and Scruff was the one that came out in 2010?
10.
I'm going to say later. No.
It is not.
See?
All right. Who has more users as of September of 23, Grindr or Scruff?
Grindr.
Scruff does. Grindr has approximately 13.5 million users, whereas Scruff has over 15 million users.
Wait, you cut out.
Did I cut out?
Yeah.
No, only in your headphones.
Oh. Well, I didn't hear it.
Oh.
I didn't hear it.
I said Grindr. 13.5 million users, whereas Scruff has over 15 million users.
I wonder.
This is a good one.
Yeah,
this is a good one.
I'm doing pretty good, by the way.
You are. You got a couple of them. So in 2020, research on penis size found that the average length of an erect penis is how long?
5.5.
Oh, how'd you know that?
Well, see, I have to fold mine in half to be 5.5. And I was talking about it to Pride, and I said, "Yeah, when I fold mine in half, it's 5.5." They go, "Did you know that's the average penis?"
Oh, there you go.
It is. Yeah, 5.5.
I thought someone came up to me and said, "Oh my God, John, your penis is twice the size of the average size penis."
Yeah, that's what. Well, he said that. Well, it was in his mouth, down his throat.
Down his throat. Wow, this feels like it's twice the size of the average size penis. Am I being too nasty for you?
No, I look what I just said. I think it's all right.
All right. Don't move here. What state has the lowest LGBTQ population?
Well, okay. What's the? It would probably be the least populated state.
That's not true.
Really?
No.
No, so I can't go that route.
Because there's some back east states that are very small, but by population.
So I'm sorry, repeat the question.
Okay. What state has the lowest LGBTQ population?
I thought we talked about that, but I don't remember. I'm going to say South Dakota.
North Dakota. You are on it today. Did Don look and cheat at these?
Did we talk about that?
No.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Listeners,
I've given you a lot of stats.
I think where our memory's going. So if we did talk about it, let me know if I'm right.
Write in and let me know if I was wrong.
So it's North Dakota, huh?
North Dakota. Lowest population of gay people. All right.
Well, how do they do the survey?
They do this.
Excuse me. Just wanted to stop by to see you. Are you gay?
Oh, wait. He has a dick in his mouth.
Yeah. Jack, he's good.
He's gay.
He's gay.
Give me one of the top 5 gayest U.S. states in 2024.
Top 5.
Top 5. One of the top 5. You have 50 to choose from.
California.
California is number 5 with 5.3% of the population being gay.
We did this before.
We didn't.
No?
No.
Okay.
We did some
other
stats.
Okay. So we got Okay, so I barely made that. But let's go east. Let's go Boston. No, Massachusetts.
Oh, look at you're going in reverse order because Massachusetts is number 4 with 5.4% of the population.
Wow, I'm doing good. So we got Massachusetts is 4, California's 5, 3 would be. I'm gonna go in the middle here, and I want to say between Minnesota and Illinois.
No, Illinois is not on the list. Right. But I will give you number 3, which is Nevada. 5.5% of the population.
Because they left California.
Yeah.
They did.
True. I know.
They left California and went on over to Nevada.
Think along those same lines, John.
So that's 3. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. So 2, Arizona.
Oregon. 5.6%.
Oh my God. No, I know what you meant now. I didn't know now I know. Thank John. The exodus of California. Because a lot of people went to Oregon, Washington.
Yeah, and this is a 2024 survey, so a lot of people left California during COVID.
Wow, a lot of West.
So number one most populated gay state is, drumroll please.
I'm going to ignore it.
Tell us.
Texas has a whorehouse in it. Is it Texas?
No. It's Washington, D.C. with 9.8% of the population.
Wait, the District of Columbia?
Yeah, Washington. Yeah.
Wait, no.
It is.
How many people? Wait, and how many are
the percentage? By percentage. They're 9.8% of the population.
What's the population of D.C.?
I don't know.
Let's look it up.
So the population for Washington, D.C. is 5.5 million people.
That's a lot of people. 5.5, because it's not that big.
Yeah.
And what's 9%?
Yeah, 9%. That's the place to go, John.
That's 400. That's 450,000. Is that 450,000?
Yeah. Close to
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Almost a half million.
Yeah.
See, I've always heard that 10% of the population's gay. Have you heard?
Overall.
Yes. And I've heard that for a long, long time. And what do we have? We have 300 million people in the United States.
And 10% of the population is closeted. No, I don't know that. I just made that.
You know,
so I have no idea.
You know, but you bring up a good point here. So if 10%, that's 30 million that are gay in the United States. But I think you are onto something. I would say 10%, another 10%, or at least 5% are in the closet.
I would say more than 10% are in the closet.
I would too. You know what? You're right. Yeah. You're right. I think there's at least a third. Would you say a third?
I don't.
Which would be 100 million?
I don't know. It's,
you know what? No, but I that's plausible. That's the right word.
Yeah.
It's plausible because so many young kids are just fluid.
Yes.
And you know, when you heard this 10% of people are gay in the populated area, these are some old stats from back whenever.
There are not a ton of new stats out there. I think the last Populous, is it called the Populous? What is that poll? I forget what the poll is called. Anyways, it was a 2020 poll.
Right.
So there's not a ton of information.
I can't believe how much is in the world today.
Yeah.
It's like 8 billion. Is it 8 billion?
I don't know.
Look it up.
I don't know how many people. Look it up. 8.2 billion.
Well, wait, my guess was 8 billion.
Oh, I thought you said 18.
No.
Did you say 8? Okay.
I said 8. I guessed 8. I'm on it tonight.
You are on it. Yes, you are. Yes.
Like Sonic.
I was thinking sperm count, 18 billion. You're thinking population.
8.2 billion.
8.2.
And the fastest, look at us, we're doing geography. You know, India is just.
We're dangerous tonight because we have a laptop.
We have a laptop.
Stuff.
We're going to research some shit.
So, have you heard about? I'm going to bounce off of this population thing for a minute. Mm-hmm. Have you heard of Blue Sky, the social media app?
No, I have not. I have not.
So, I guess the people that were doing work with Twitter, back when it was Twitter, were doing work through this company called Blue Sky, but Elon Musk fired that division.
Okay.
And so this division had some of the workings, the framework for this social media platform that has been out, I guess, for a while, but it really has taken off since Elon Musk did something that pissed a bunch of gay people off. Mm-hmm. And they said that a lot of gay people are, yeah, it's true. And that a lot of the gay community is moving over to Blue Sky social media.
I was never in Twitter, so that's why I don't know.
I don't
into Twitter.
Understand Twitter. I only opened a Twitter account so that we could put our podcast on there, but I don't know anything about it. So yeah. All right, you got anything else for us? You're going to sing us out a holiday?
A holiday ditty? Let's see. I like this one. Fall on your knees and hear the angels' voices, for all is I forgot the words that Christ becomes.
But just the fall on your knees part, I guess, is the best part, right?
You know, we all have to fall on our knees sometimes.
Well, thank you so much for listening. Hope you have a wonderful holiday.
Thank you, guys. Yeah. Thank you, Brian.
Yeah, and we post every Tuesday, so we upload podcasts every Tuesday morning. So follow us on either Apple, Spotify, Amazon.
Please follow and have a wonderful holiday and safe travels.
Thank you.
Bye.